Hello everyone and welcome back to Georgia Paper Crafts. Today I am making 10 cards using this Simon Says Stamp Winter Floral Layering Stencil. What I am doing is I am going to be doing this layering stencil onto 4 different colors of cardstock. I have a craft, a white, a red, and a black. Now I was able to make 5 cards as I had brought in another craft one that I had done prior to starting to video or to record me doing this. So I actually have 5 pieces that are completed that I make into cards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start kind of showing you how I do this, and then I'm going to put on some music and let you watch me finish. Now it's very important that you start with getting all of these lined up. So as you can see up in the left hand corner, I put a little T with a Sharpie marker to mark top. That's what it means to me, to mark that is the top, and that's where I should layer all of the pieces with the T on the top. So I'm starting here. Now underneath my craft mat here, I do have my Windy Vecchi metal craft thing where you can just set this down and use these big magnets to hold it in place. So that's how I'm able to hold these in place as I'm about to start ink blending. I am using all Distress Oxide inks today, and I will make sure I put all colors down below. But I'm going to show you how all of this looks on different colored cardstocks, and I'll give you my opinion as to how that turned out once we're finished. I'm going to go ahead and let you watch me do all of this, do all the layering on each color, and then I'll catch back up with you and we'll talk more about how I finish the cards off.
Okay, so I wanted to show you the 10 cards that I was able to make with the 5 stenciled pieces of paper that I showed earlier. So for each piece, I had cut down a piece of paper at measuring 5.5 by 5.5. And from that, I cut one piece at 3.5 by 5.5, and then I cut the other piece at 2 and 5.5. And by doing that, I was able to make 2 cards using fairly decent sized piece of the stencil paper. So on this first one, the white one, where I stenciled the back onto the white paper, I chose to use, this is the red metallic cardstock from Holtz, and here I just put a strip on the paper that has the 2-inch piece. I just bordered it with a piece of red uh, metallic cardstock. This one, I actually put the piece on top of it. This is a 3.5 piece, and I think I cut down a piece of 3 3/4 just to back that. Then I cut out this sentiment Merry Christmas. This is from Hero Arts. This is the Merry Christmas die from their recent release, and I don't have it right in front of me, but I will make sure I link it below so that you know exactly which one it is. I cut it 3 times out of white cardstock, and then I cut it out of the red metallic cardstock once. Also, I layered them all together for a dimensional look. Put both of those down, and then I used these small cut apart sentiments. Now these are from Simon Says Stamp. I forgot what they're called, sentiment strips. So as you can see, I have a bunch here. These are not the Christmas ones, but I do have a bunch of Christmas ones. You get 4 in a pack for like $3, and they're printed with black toner ink, so you can foil them if you want. And actually, I tried that, and I don't know if you can tell on this one. There's a little bit of a red foiling here. It's hard to tell. Didn't pick up real well. I will say that. Oh, right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. Little red foiling, but I did try to foil them. Let's see if you can see this one. Yeah, right there you can kind of see. So I finished those both off with a sentiment strip there. This one says, Merry Christmas, warmest wishes for a joyous Christmas. This one says, Merry Christmas, wishing you the best holiday season. I colored in the red centers with some red Stickles, and then I used just some white pearl drops that I had from my stash and glued some around the whole background. Now the second one, where I stenciled onto the black cardstock, I decided to put that down, and on the sides I decided, instead of matting it using some metallic cardstock, I would try out these Love from Lizzie peel-off stickers. Now actually this is the wrong one. This is the zigzag ones, but it's very much like this, and as you can see, it has like little bubble things, and I thought that turned out really nice. It's almost like a chainmail is what it makes me think of. It's metallic looking chainmail. And I put that on the sides, and I put that on the side over here of the small one. Then I took these circle cutouts from Tailored Expression. They're printed on toner ink, with toner ink onto white paper so that you can foil them. I did the one that says Season's Greetings and Peace on Earth, and what I did was I foiled it with some, it's hard to see, some silver like starry paper, foil paper. I can't remember the name of it. I just have a bunch in my stash there. And once I finished with that, I put some gold Stickles in the middle of the flowers here. And then of course I used some more of those pearls. Now this next one, I had done 2 pieces on craft cardstock because I had tested it out first using craft cardstock, and then I did one on camera. So I did make both of those into cards, and I will tell you this, well, the one thing I didn't like was obviously I didn't let my ink dry long enough, because when I put the shimmer spritz on, you can see where I put the shimmer spritz, it reacted the ink and it started to, flow. It started to cause it to move. And so it kind of moved outside the line and it distorted it. You can kind of see that there. It's not real bad, but I didn't really like how that turned out. So next time, I think if I do this again, I'll definitely um, make sure that I let the project dry first. So for this one, this I did very similar to what I did. Actually, I obviously messed it up to where I thought that I took both of the small, I didn't mess it up, but I took both of the small craft colored pieces, the 2 inch ones, and I matted it with some, this is almost a copper metallic cardstock, and this is a gold. And then I cut out this sentiment, Happy Holidays. This is from Simon Says Stamp. And then I adhered it down. I did not cut it out of a bunch of pieces and prop it up like I did the Merry Christmas. This one was very delicate and difficult to deal with, honestly. As you can see, didn't get it on right real well. I'm not super thrilled with this one. I just don't like how it sat. But again, it's probably technician error with how I put it on there. Then I did the same thing. I put some red stickles along for the berries and in the center of the flowers. And I also put some of the pearl drops along on both cards just to help finish it off. All right, and now moving on to the 2 other pieces of the craft cardstock, the bigger pieces, the 3.5 pieces. Did the same, use the same cardstock, the copper metallic and then the gold metallic, and I put the stenciled piece, I matted that onto each of those. As you can see, here's the copper, and this is the gold. Then I took some of the bigger sentiments from the sentiment pack of it's from Simon Says Stamp. They also have not just the small sentiment strips, but for Christmas they do have the larger ones. And hold on. Okay, I got it. So this is what it is. This is the sentiment strip cut apart from Simon Says Stamp, and then this is the sentiments that are not just one line sentiment strips, but are a little bit bigger. And again, you can cut them apart, and you can put them onto your card. And again, it's printed in toner ink, so you can foil them. This one foiled a little bit better. You can see it's got some silver foiling on there. It says, "May the Christmas season bring you hope." This one I tried to foil in red. I'm not sure if you can see that. Maybe right there. You can kind of see. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this one says "Merry Christmas." I matted both of those on coordinating metallic cardstocks. Again, filled in the centers with, this one's gold stickles, this one's copper stickles, and then again the pearl drops I put around just for added dimension. And then moving on to my red backdrop. So this is the backdrop where I stenciled onto red paper. And I again use the circle cutouts here from Tailored Expressions, where I could foil them. I foiled this one in a lime green, and I foiled this one in red. Now this one I messed up because I had used a circle die to cut it out, and I had not positioned it well. So as you can see, I kind of got it off there, but I decided I was going to use it anyway. So I went ahead and foiled it and stuck both of those down. By the way, these green strips here are more Love from Lizzie peel off stickers, and they're on both of the cards. And then again, these sentiment strips are the same sentiment strips from Simon Says Stamp. This one, again, I tried to foil with a red. It's hard to see. It says Merry and then Peace and Love at Christmas. And this one I folded in the same green as I did here. And this one says Holiday Greetings. Finished them off with some, I actually used some diamond stickles on the middle here, here and around on the berries. And then I used some green drops, some green rhinestones here. And I went ahead and used the same color right here. It's hard to tell, but that's it. So that was the 10 cards I was able to make out of the stenciled pieces that I made, and I really thought they turned out pretty well. I really did enjoy this layering stencil piece that I used, and I encourage you to try it out. And I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. Take care.